Have you ever wondered how we're consuming media or how media is consuming us? It's time to put that phone on Do Not Disturb, get outside, go for a hike, go for a walk, and get ready for your digital detox. Alrighty, we are back for our another digital detox. Just taking the colors, like it's just this season, my soul thrives in this season. I'm telling you, like I'm wearing my favorite sweater. The colors are amazing. Just the temperature, like it's 19 degrees. It's warm, but it's not too warm. You know, if you know fall, whoa. If you know fall, you know fall. All right, so today I wanted to talk about TikToks and I guess just social media in general, how like we send so many of them to people, but here's the catch. People, and I've been victim to this too, we take it so personally when people don't watch the things that they send us. Like, it's like, take in, we didn't create them, so why are we personally offended when people don't watch them or people don't have the time to send them? Like, I guarantee both you and I have sent like hundreds of TikToks to people, but then like in like 1 hour or like a day, we're sending like so many of them. And they were like, did you watch them? Did you watch them? And people are like, no, like I'm at work. Like I've been that person where my mom is like, did you watch the things I send you? I'm like, no. She's like, why? I'm like, because I'm at a 9-hour shift that you know about because I left the house to go to. And she's like, well, watch them. And I'm like, I don't have time to watch them. But you know, because we're all about deep diving into how social media and media consumes us here, what it is and what I thought about is that because in the height of 2020, when we were all at home, we couldn't see each other. This was our way to communicate with each other. Like, you're scrolling on social media and you're like, oh, this reminds me of you. Let me send that to you. And that is kind of like you being vulnerable and you extending your friendship. Like, hey, you know, I thought about, my gosh, I've not spoken all morning. It's like, I thought about you. So here's me extending like this olive branch. And then for you to not consume that extension or not to take that extension or acknowledge me being vulnerable to you, that is like a personal attack. Like, it's so interesting to me. This view of the trees, I don't know if you can see that. Oh, look at the orange. I love the leaves. Oh my gosh. Let me get some water first, actually, before I continue talking. Like, for example, I love Selena Gomez. I'm never not gonna mention her. So people know that, right? And then when they see her or when they hear her music, they're like, oh my God, Isaac, I always associate Selena Gomez with you because, you know, you love her so much. So that whenever they see stuff about her, they send it to me. And then, like, that's, like, I love that. I love that. But then what I don't like is when people are like, did you watch it? It's like, you know how phones work? Like, I got the notification. I will watch it when I am ready or when I have time to watch it. I'm trying not to fall here. Ooh. And that's the part that bothers me because like everybody's so busy. Everybody consumes media and their phone in different ways. Like me as a content creator, and I don't want to sound arrogant, my gosh, but like as a content creator, I hate being on my phone. Like I've had to change how I interact with my phone. I have different focuses on. Thank God for iOS. Was it 15 that did that? Thank God for that because I have different focuses depending on where I am. Like if I'm at the gym, no notifications but my mom. Or if I'm creating TikToks, no notifications at all. And people don't understand that or people don't know that. So that's why I'm like, don't hound people. Like you didn't respond to a message or, you know. But then when we're looking at the effects of it, it's like I've extended my arm out to you. Don't, you know, chop it off. Don't let me hang. Don't leave me hanging, you know? So that's what's interesting to me. Cause like I have a friend who we send each other TikToks all the time. And I don't even know if she responds to them. She doesn't even know if I respond to them. We've just had that communication where we're just like, when we see them, we'll see them because we're very busy people. But like, I don't take it personally offensive if she doesn't respond to it. But there's been times where I'm like, nah, you need to see this right now because it's like, it's current with what we've just what we just spoke about, like, in the past few days, right? So it's such an interesting topic to me. I don't know, like, does it make sense? Are you guys experiencing that too? Cause like, then she also told me too, she's like, okay, well, let's just keep like the TikToks that we send to each other, like in the TikTok app, because it can be overwhelming to be like, you're sending TikToks in TikTok, you're sending them through Instagram, you're sending them through iMessage. So it's hard, especially because number one, people are so busy. Number two, we don't get to see people as we used to before. So, and the rise of social media, it's like, this reminded me of you. I haven't seen you in a few months. And it's like it's a part of our friendship right now. So that's just what I find very interesting. Just take in this view. I'm like on this, I would say cliff, but then people get scared, like on this like ledge. Okay, it's a cliff. It's a lookout point. But like this whole view of just endless forest, and it looks like just a carpet with like red, orange, yellow, green. I almost said blue. Trying to name my colors. But yeah, I think there's very much a good side of how TikTok and social media and just sending videos to each other has improved friendships, because if I'm being honest, there's so many friendships since 2020 that should have, could have just ended, stopped. But because of that, that way that we're communicating with people, they've been allowed to continue or foster or get even better. Like, there's so many relatable stuff that we can send to people, like, oh my God, remember when you did this like 5 years ago? Or, oh my gosh, we thought we were the only ones who thought this. Or, hey, Star Wars came up, it reminded me of you. Have you watched Star Wars yet? You know, stuff like that. So it's so interesting. Like, it's just an interesting topic to me to think about. And like, me as a content creator side, like, I get the brunt of it because people are like, oh my God, you're always on your phone. Like, of course you can see the stuff that I send you. It's like, yeah, that's the point. I'm always on my phone, so I try not to be on my phone, because I'm always like creating on my phone, always using it for like business purposes. I hate being on my phone so much, so I take my own break. Like, I find it such a challenge to create content, respond to comments, and interact with my friends' content too. Just normally text people, like, it's so much. And I hope this doesn't come across as like airing it or anything, like, oh my God, woe is you. But like, literally though, like, oh, I feel like only like content creators can like really understand this, and that's why I'm so glad that I have like great content creator friends that I've met through TikTok and through this whole interaction of sending each other stuff and sharing stuff, because they get it. They get it, because when I say that I'm burnt out, they understand it, and it normalizes that for me. It makes me not feel arrogant or isolated in that feeling. But again, like, there's such a catch-22 about it, because like the fact that I have friends in the States and I'm over here in Canada, and we continue to talk to each other through sending things and memes to each other, like, that's crazy. It's so fascinating. Like, you know, and it's instant too, because like, if you look at like how things have evolved, before would be like send people letters, and that would take like what, days, weeks, depending on how far they are, and then to respond back again. But like, this is like instantaneous. So yeah, it's good, but I guess there's also a downside, because people want that instantaneous, is that the right word? They want that instant gratification or that instant reaction, you know what I mean? Like, oh my gosh, drop what you're doing. But I was talking to somebody about this. I'm like, just because you have time to watch all these TikToks and send them doesn't mean that I have that same time in that exact moment. I'm not saying I'm not gonna watch them, but just like, don't expect you to just be like, drop what I'm doing and like watch like 5 to 10 different TikToks. Like, I feel like it's important to have that open communication with somebody and that open dialogue. Like, I use my phone differently from you. I'm not ignoring you. Don't take it personally, because otherwise a lot of people get so pissed off and they get so upset about it. Like, I've had that conversation with people. I'm like, I have no energy to hate in my body. So me not responding to you immediately is not, it's not me, yeah, bug. It's not me having beef with you. But I feel like it's important to have that. So I'm very grateful for it. Sometimes it can be overwhelming. But then also it's important to take that time to communicate with people and to grow your friendships, because things are changing so much and so quickly. We need to take a step back and we need to reevaluate how we interact with it and how we use it in our daily lives, or else it will consume us. Because it's just shocking to me. Like, damn, like I don't even know what time zone my friends are in the States. I'm just like sending them stuff and they laugh at it. I'm like, it could be like 1 a.m. your time. But yeah, one last look at the view. I thought that was a really interesting topic. Let me know what you guys think about that, because for the longest time I'm like, this has been stuck in my head. Does anybody else agree, disagree? What do they think about it? But yeah, thank you so much for listening, watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.